CL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our swing.
And now, here are your hosts, Sherry Brown and Tom Lucas.
Just jump in.
Jump in.
I thought they were going on strike for a minute.
I thought so.
We're not even unionized.
I thought maybe it was like the tunnel.
Can't be helped. Huh. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you with us. Sherry, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Billy, good to see you.
Glad to be back.
Let me ask this question. Real estate-wise, what kind of week have you had there, Sherry?
You know, it's been a busy week. Actually, I took a client out last week to try to show him a house that was 6 days on the market. It already had 2 offers on it. There's not a lot of good listings out there, so if you're thinking of selling, now's the time.
Beat that spring rush.
Absolutely.
And Bill, people are still talking about the mortgage rates. They think they're going to go up soon.
Oh, definitely.
Really?
We've heard that. We've been hearing that since 2007. You know what? Be careful. Rates are going up.
That's what they say.
Yeah, so they just dropped on Friday.
Just dropped.
Yes.
I see. And that's a fixed rate.
That's fixed and variable.
Really?
So if you want no service, no one to talk to, never want to prepay your mortgage, only way you get out of the mortgage if you die or you sell, then you can get a variable rate as low as 2.2.
Kind of sounds like the way I grew up.
Exactly.
Nobody in the family wanted to talk to me.
No kidding.
So the rates have gone down a wee bit.
Yeah, and then all the lenders, obviously, business is business. They need to get people to buy houses. They need people to take out mortgages. So they're giving these lost leaders to kind of get their attention, and then they kind of sell them into something a little bit different.
We have given you a special assignment, though. From time to time, we ask you to go out and check out the lenders and see which lender is giving away a toaster with some new business. But apparently they don't do that anymore.
No, they're really tight on the toasters.
Man, because my mom and dad got so many toasters, it wasn't funny.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. My mom says you need to get those other ones, those toaster ovens.
Oh, yeah, well.
She swears by it. She says, you know what? You can save energy. You can, and it's at counter level, so you can see what's going on. You don't have to bend over and fall over. You can actually look in it and see what's happening and be energy efficient.
If your mom gets a toaster oven, would she give me a call?
She has one.
Good. Tell her to give me a call.
My cousins from Winnipeg bought it for her for Christmas.
With the kielbasa in it.
How do you know?
Never mind. Our mortgage expert, Billy Mack, you just heard his golden tones, is on the show as usual, and you'll have the mortgage rate update in just a couple of minutes.
I certainly will.
And Bill will also answer your mortgage question of the week.
Later in the show, I'm going to be talking about money. That's money for seniors.
Is there money for seniors?
Money for seniors.
I like that. You're going to be actually doing a series on money for seniors.
Looks like about a 3-part series. We've got
Nice.
a guest coming next week from the Reverse Mortgage, the Home Equity Program with Mr. Colin Johnson.
Colin's going to be on the show next
Colin,
week.
yeah.
That'll be
He's
good.
an advertiser on our show, and he's actually going to be live.
He knows his stuff.
He does.
It's from the Home Equity Bank.
Yes.
All right.
And Finn Jensen, our radio real estate handyman, says January is the time to get outdoors.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, getting on that bike again?
Oh, well, no, I'm waiting for it to be drier.
I see. So Bill gets on his bike and Sherry goes jogging in the bog.
I do.
Yeah. Good for you. And Dwayne and I just show up and do the show. We'll also be hearing from Dan Sander and Katrina May of Hollyburn Properties. This morning, they're going to be talking about tenants insurance, a very important subject matter. Also, we'll hear about a great penthouse rental opportunity available at Bellevue Towers on West 10th Avenue in West Point Grey.
This morning, we'll also welcome Legal Shield and EA Renovations to our Radio Real Estate On-Air family.
And Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up. As we mentioned, if you have a question for Bill, please go to our website, which is RadioRealEstateShow.ca. That's RadioRealEstateShow.ca. On the home page there's a little button you can click and leave the picture, or the question for Bill, right?
You could probably try and send us a picture,
pictures.
too.
That's true.
But yes, and we will read that. Well, Bill will research that and give you the answer the following week.
You do accept pictures, do you?
Yes, you do. Sometimes you take a picture of the question.
Good idea.
And Andrea Jacques of Keller Williams Elite Realty talks about the great Tri-Cities residential opportunities.
Mark Perry, our radio real estate voice of the Valley, is with us again this morning. And this morning, Mark takes a look at some website statistics, and he'll talk about some great activities which are taking place this weekend out in the Fraser Valley.
It's now 10:04, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CL 650.
And it's time now for our weekly mortgage rate update with Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Bill, what do you have for us?
Well, we have the standard rates from the standard lenders, the TD, Royal, Scotia, all regular lenders, Bank of Montreal. So your 5-year rate is 2.89, and your variable rate is 2.4. Then we have, as we said earlier in the show, we have some of the new lenders that are offering the giveaways with no services, and so you might see some of the variable rates dropping as low as 2.3, maybe even down to 2.2 if you actually don't want any kind of contact. which is not necessarily the right way to go, because obviously you want to have some kind of response to people. If you're going to do a mortgage, you're spending probably anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000. You're doing that kind of investment. You want to make sure that you've got someone to talk to if you run into a problem.
So call your mortgage broker, call Bill. You'll set him on the right path.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
So, Bill, you'll be answering the mortgage question of the week in just a couple of minutes, right?
Yes, I will.
All right, looking forward to that. And we'll also be hearing from Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty. We have her on the line. She'll be talking about real estate in the Tri-Cities. You, my friends, are listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house. It's Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnston, VP at Home Equity Bank. As the provider of the Chip Home Income Plan, we are the leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. Access some of the equity in your home without affecting your children's inheritance. 94% of Canadians will be willing to give up a portion of their inheritance to maintain or improve their parents' lifestyle. If you could use some extra tax-free money to make the most of your retirement, it's worth talking to your children to see if they feel the same way. For more information about the Chip Home Income Plan from Home Equity Bank, call 604-484-6021, chip.ca.
Hi, I'm Ron Beckett. Looking for a church home? Come worship with us. Do you want to learn from God's Word? Come grow with us. Are you interested in our community? Come serve with us. We are the Church of Christ, 15042 92nd Avenue in Surrey. Our schedule: Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Bible study, at 11 a.m. worship service, and 6 p.m. prayer meeting. And Friday at 7 p.m. we have a fellowship. Call 604-588-6717.
Looking for a new place and your busy work schedule has you booked up? Take the stress out of renting with Hollyburn Properties full-service rental professionals. We're here to help every step of the way. From your initial search to relaxing in your very own condo-style rental apartment, our on-site resident managers will make you feel right at home. Be a part of our family. For current rental availabilities, call 604-878-8888 or visit us at hollyburn.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem. In these busy and hectic times with family and business responsibilities, it is difficult to find the time to sit down with your mortgage broker and discuss all your mortgage options. I'm available to meet with you at your place of work, your home, our office, or at a place convenient for you. Please give me a call at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
CIL 650.
8 minutes after 10, 10:08 on the Radio Real Estate Show. You're catching us live on CIL 650. You can go to our website, which is RadioRealEstateJan17th2015, and you can listen to the show online.
Really?
Yeah. Or after the show, if you missed the show, you can go back and listen to it online on the podcast, right?
Yes, you can. You can download it and listen to it.
I did that once.
Did you? Once.
I did. I just wanted to hear what I sounded like.
And what did you think?
I couldn't believe that was me.
You know what? We see that every week. We also have a spot on the website, as you know, Bill, for people with their mortgage questions of the week.
I heard that.
And we do have a mortgage question for you this week, right, Sherry?
We do. And our mortgage question this week comes from Penny Simpson of East Vancouver. Penny says, my ex-husband and I both have our names on the mortgage. He pays me sufficient maintenance to cover the mortgage and other bills each month. If he passes away, am I solely responsible for the repayment, or does the estate pay off the debt?
Sure, that's a really good question, and you'd be amazed. I do actually have a couple clients like this. So what happens is, if you both are on the title and both are on the mortgage, ensure that your ex has enough life insurance to pay off the mortgage. And this can be bank life insurance, like they call it mortgage insurance, you get it through the bank. You can get it through MPP, the Mortgage Protection Plan. You can get it through them. And this is an insurance program for mortgages as well. Or you can have your own personal insurance. The first two insurances are only the remaining balance of the mortgage. So if something happened to him, then the insurance companies will pay out the balance of the mortgage. And so you would have a free and clear property. But, I noticed that you're getting maintenance payments from him. You may require some of that income to actually help you live your day-to-day life, so to speak. So you might want the third one, which is actually your personal life insurance. And so you should make sure that he has enough personal life insurance to pay off the mortgage. You might actually talk him into upping it a little bit, so that might include some of your debts. So if something happened to him, you will have enough money to pay off the mortgage and the debts, but you have the choice of whether you want to pay the mortgage off or not. So you could pay off half the mortgage, keep the rest of the money as a cash flow or as an equity or as an annuity, and then just eat off the interest and help you subsidize your payments for the remainder of your life until such time as you figure that you want to sell a house.
Or buy a new mink stole and go on an Alaskan holiday.
Or go to Hawaii.
Or whatever you want to do.
She should probably have an alibi, though.
Yes, she should. Yes, she should.
For more expert mortgage information, you can go online. Visit BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com. Or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Thank you, Sherry. It's 10 after 10, 10:10 on the Radio Real Estate Show. And time now for our Radio Real Estate Tri-Cities expert. Her name is Andrea Jock. She's with Keller Williams Elite Realty, and we have her on the line right now. Andrea, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, Sherry.
It's always great to hear your voice on the show. Tell us what's going on out there in the Tri-Cities.
Thank you. It's been a fantastic week in the Tri-Cities. Today I'm featuring a beautiful listing by my colleague Shannon Kelly with Keller Williams Elite Realty. This Coquitlam gem is full of options, so if you're looking to downsize and say goodbye to those stairs, this is the home for you. This 3-bedroom rancher is perfect with its 2-year-old roof, an updated kitchen, bathrooms, carpet, and solid hardwood floorings. The large front yard and fenced backyard is perfect for the growing family. The sunny south-facing lane access, also close to public transit and schools, is a perfect location, just 20 minutes to Surrey and 25 minutes to Vancouver. This home is truly central to it all. Developers, be alert, as this is a flat, desirable lot that can quickly be started to build your dream home project. The first showings are at the open house today and tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. Don't miss out on this great opportunity. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., Stage 43 presents Steel Magnolias, the play at the Evergreen Cultural Center, located at 1205 Pine Tree Way. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
Whether you're buying or selling in the Tri-Cities, call Andrea Jacques at 604-783-3124. That's 604-783-3124. Or visit pgmre.com.
Coming up in the next segment of the program, we find out how to hire the right realtor with author, keynote speaker, and pro sales guy, David Warawa. I knew I'd blow his name. I said to him on the phone earlier today, I said, I want to do the right thing. I want to pronounce your name properly. Will you help me? He did. I wrote it down phonetically. Warawa.
Warawa.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. I said, is that Japanese? He said, no.
It's probably Polish or Ukrainian.
You got it. I don't understand that. Anyway, he'll be here to chat with us, and I'm looking forward to having him on the program because I'm reading his darn book.
Really?
Good.
Is it big print?
Yes, very big print.
We'll also discover how anyone can afford a lawyer when we chat with Sue Warner of Legal Shield. This is Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty with mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, our producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on smooth and easy CL 650.
Hi, it's Mark with EA Renovations Limited. I can turn your outdated house into something you'll be proud to call home. Whether you're looking for a new kitchen, bathroom, addition, or even a new custom home, look no further than EA Renovations. Let us create the home you deserve. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
Jesus said, I go to prepare a place for you. Wow, now there's a real estate deal. Hi, I'm Ron Beckett. I'd like to invite you to a worship service with an undenominational church who follow the Bible only without human traditions. A people who are making an investment for time and eternity. We are the Church of Christ, 15042 92nd Avenue in Surrey. Services are on Sunday morning at 10 a.m., worship is at 11 a.m. and prayer at 6 p.m. And on Fridays, Food for Body and Soul is at 7 p.m. 604-588-6717.
Tired of chasing that small space you can barely afford? Stop saving for a down payment. Stop paying those high property tax and strata fees. Rent with Holyburn with nothing down. Large suites, large balconies, 24-hour professional service and maintenance. Studios from 900 and one bedrooms from 1050. Enjoy the lifestyle you deserve today with 50 communities to choose from in Vancouver's West Side, West End, and North Shore neighborhoods. Save money and enjoy the Vancouver lifestyle. Learn more at hollyburn.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
Vancouver weather.
Mostly cloudy with periods of rain right now. The rain will ease off around noontime. The expected high today is about 8 degrees.
And tomorrow you're looking at rain, at times heavy, changing to a few showers in the morning with a high of 11. And on Monday, cloudy with a 60% chance of showers and a high of 9.
Oh my God, it's 8 degrees. That means we have nothing to look forward to. It's 8 degrees right now.
Radio Real Estate Weather is presented by Legal Shield. When was the last time you signed a contract without really knowing what you signed? How many times have you heard the words standard contract and you thought that meant safe? It would have been beneficial to have a lawyer review it first. For more information, visit 247legal.net.
CIL 650, whichever one you pick, it'll do the trick. Hey, come on and read a book today. Yeah, come on and read a book today.
Yeah, come on and read a book today.
You should.
You always have time to read a book.
Use that Razor Reader.
You know it. And I'm thinking too, you think about, number one, we had tapes, we had CDs, we've got MP3s, LMNOPs, JPEGs. All that's going to be out the window one of these days. But we will always have books, and we will always be able to read.
Absolutely.
Isn't that nice?
Absolutely.
And there's a great book on the market right now, and anybody who's in sales should get a copy of this thing. It's just a fantastic book, and it's called Shut Up, Stop Talking, and Make Some Money.
Whoa.
And we're going to find out all about the book, and we're going to find out about how that translates to real estate as well. We have a very special guest on the line. He's a keynote speaker. He's a pro sales guy, and he just knows his business right down to the nth degree.
Wow.
And so should we say good morning to Dave?
We should.
Dave, good morning.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today?
We're good. Thank you very much for doing this. Let me try your last name again. Warawa, is that close?
Warawa.
Warawa.
Underline the war.
Sometimes it gets a lot easier.
That's the syllables and the emphasis.
That's right. Warawa. So now I've got it. And I told Bill, Bill looked at me too, and I said, did you say off the phone this morning it was a Polish name or Ukrainian?
It's a Ukrainian name, but it doesn't have a chuck or a ski at the end.
No, it doesn't, because Bill used to be Russian. What was your name when you were Russian?
Maklimov.
Maklimov.
Oh, there you go. Well, we're probably related somewhere down the line.
Well, Dave,
I actually had some patehe and some halapchi last night from a buddy of mine, Polanaka.
Dave, let me see. Now, this great book you have, I'm on page 223 of 248 pages. What comes next? Give me a little sneak preview.
Well, I think the premise of the entire book is to tackle the negative stigma that exists with sales. Unfortunately, I think most of us have had a negative experience with salespeople because salespeople have a tendency, because of their passion, to talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
So hence the name of the title is to shut up. Because I think if we shut up and ask great questions, salespeople, realtors included, of course, have the opportunity to learn about their client. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, is helping our client, not trying to sell them something that they don't want to buy.
So what you're saying is shut up, listen to what the person is telling you, and then try to satisfy their needs.
Absolutely. I think the first rule, realistically, Tom, is don't be a jerk.
Are you talking to me?
Don't have an agenda. Don't have an agenda to sell someone something they don't want to buy. Some of the most successful salespeople, in fact, most of them, are very nice people, but there's no hidden agenda to sell you something. I often hear the cliche where people say to me, and they say to anyone in sales, Sherry, I'm sure you've heard this, how do you sell ice to an Eskimo?
Yes, I have heard that.
And here's my first question. Why would you?
They don't need it.
Why would I travel to the Arctic Circle to sell ice? Wouldn't it make more sense perhaps to make a journey to somewhere where it was warm, to California?
Or the Isle of Tonga.
Sure.
I don't know where
that
that is.
Make more sense.
I'd go with you. Yeah.
The premise is that most people think that professional salespeople who are very good at what they do, their job is to sell you something.
It's not.
Whereas it should be to educate you, to inform you, to make the best decision to buy the right product or service. Is that not the basis of repeat business and referrals?
Now, Dave, there was a movie some years ago all about sales, and they had the ABCs of sales always be closing, but you said that's not the case these days.
No, the infamous movie, for anyone who has heard about this movie, is Glengarry Glen Ross. And Alec Baldwin plays the role of a sales trainer who was hired to come in and whip the salespeople into shape. And it's a pretty it's a cult classic. And of course, as his character refers to, and we never find out his name because it's not important, right? We hear that the ABCs of sales are always be closing. As Alex says, always be closing. The ABCs of sales should be, and they are alive well today, is always be connecting.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
And connecting with people.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, I know that Tom is reading this book, and he promises me I'm next in line to read it, so I will read it. But I absolutely have lived my career as a realtor with just sitting back and listening to my clients, and it's amazing what you can find out when you don't talk.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that my sales manager taught me in Remax, Mr. Don McDougall, a fantastic guy that I work with. And you know what? It's there's too many realtors out there that's what they think their job is to sell you, and that's not what it's about.
Well, and I would think particularly in the field of real estate, as I sold it many, many years ago, can you really, Sherry, sell somebody a property that they're not looking to buy? I mean, isn't it about actually asking questions to find out what the needs of someone totally is? And when we think about this is the part that I always find amazing. When you think of the average person in the listening audience right now and ask them this question, how many real estate transactions have you gone through in your entire lifetime where you either purchased a property or sold a property? And people might answer the question to be, who knows, maybe it might be 6 or 7 or 8. Now, let's think of how many real estate transactions will occur in their lifetime going in the future. So let's say that's 8 to 10 to 12. Multiply that by the amount of transaction per, and you realize that each of us probably represents $5, $6, $7 million in real estate transactions.
Mm.
So wouldn't it make sense to find a realtor for life that you could deal with, that understands exactly what your needs are, how they change, how to best serve you? And there are realtors, Sherry, no doubt you're one of them, that is looking for customers just like that.
So, Dave, now what do you do? Like, you know, you say you number one, always be connecting. Number two, always be listening to what your client's telling you. So if I'm a real estate agent and my client, Bill Macklem, tells me he's looking for a place with 2 bedrooms, I'd be pretty stupid to take him and show him a place with 7 bedrooms, right?
In fact, I would urge anyone who's in the listening audience to take a look at the relationship they're starting to develop with a real estate agent, with a realtor, and determine the fact that interview these people to find out specifically what are these people like. Are they listening to you? Are they asking you great questions? Because here's my perspective. The better questions that the realtor is asking you, the fewer perfect properties or near perfect properties they're going to show you. We've all had that experience before. I can remember my first piece of real estate many, many years ago, where what I had said to the realtor didn't seem to be heard properly because I was seeing properties that were much different, but in that realtor's opinion, that was the perfect property for me. Well, really, it's what I'm telling the realtor that is the most important. So it's listening skills. It's actively listening. And actively listening is not waiting for a break in the conversation to make your point.
Mm. So it's not like what you see on these television programs in reality.
No. Unfortunately, I think Hollywood makes everything appear to be much different than the success that's required. Take a look at, so many great movies. We talked about Glengarry Glen Ross. Let's talk about The Wolf of Wall Street and Leonardo DiCaprio and how he manages to achieve success. But yet, what is true success in professional sales? Is it not pleasing your customers in such a fashion that they will repeat their business with you? They will refer everyone they know, their colleagues, their family, their friends to you. So then that professional salesperson gets to look at the mirror and like the reflection that they see. And inevitably, they will be successful simply because people like them.
Now, Dave, we try to practice what we preach in the show. When I was selling my house in Ladner before I moved out to the White Rock area, on the show, Sherry and Bill and I were saying you should talk to at least 3 salespeople, 3 real estate agents. So we did that. And then we had them come back for the CMA, which is the comparative market analysis. Sherry taught me that one. It's pretty good. Oof. And they came in, one by one. And I won't mention any names here, but this one woman sits down at the kitchen table, throws her glasses on the kitchen table, because they always do that. I saw that in some movie somewhere. My wife wanted to know, what's the place worth, right? So she says, what's the place worth? The real estate agent says to her, and it may be true, but she says it to her this way. She says, well, it's a bit of a crapshoot. And I thought to myself, well, you know what? It may be, but don't say that.
Yeah. You know, the best realtors that I've ever dealt with, and I've been fortunate no matter where I live throughout Canada, that I managed to find a really good realtor. And here's the formula that I found worked best. These would be the realtors that would do exhaustive market research, that would show me something. And this happened about 5 years ago with one realtor, where I had an incredible experience where they came to me with so much market material and so much research that showed all the properties that had been listed and sold within the area that, of course, we had our house in. They took a look at the comparative analysis, and then they told me something that I found fascinating. They said, what we need to do is to find the correct listing price of the property so we get viewings, because if we don't get viewings, we won't get offers. If we don't get offers, we will not complete the transaction. If we peg the price of your property too high, we will have to chase the price of that property down in a spiral to be able to meet it properly. And what we all want when we're buying or selling is a quick transaction, specifically when we're selling. We don't want the property on the market for 120 days. So that's all about pricing it properly. But it's kind of funny because, you know, we think that realtors and professional salespeople in general sell a specific product. With a realtor, we say, what does a realtor sell? And let me ask you that question. What do they sell?
Oh.
Yeah, over to you, Sherry.
Oh, you know what? We sell a new lifestyle usually for someone. What I find to do, I always felt like I wasn't really I wasn't selling houses. What I was doing is I was informing people so that they can make the right decisions, like what we were talking about, and listening to what their needs are. And very often, once they start talking, they develop their needs. So when I meet someone, first off, they by the time they actually make a purchase, it might be completely different from where we started, because they've talked themselves through what they really need, and I've asked the questions that have allowed them to expand on that and really explore that.
And Dave, wouldn't you also be developing relationships for life?
That's exactly it. Now, Sherry, in that instance, you probably had some pretty exhaustive conversations with those clients before you even showed them the first property, correct?
Absolutely, yes. And that's what it is all about as well, is building those relationships for life. I've got many clients that I've been through 2, 3, 5 homes with, and it's a really great experience, and that's one of the things I love about my job.
Absolutely. So you see, realtors don't sell real estate. In fact, car salespeople don't sell cars. What we really sell as professional salespeople is expertise and service. The product is really not the product. The product is the experience of buying the product.
Dave, you have everybody in the studio nodding their heads. We're agreeing with you, Bill?
I was just say there, Dave, that one of the things that we do as mortgage brokers is that we try to find out what people aren't telling you. Because everybody will tell you what they know, but they won't tell you what they don't know. And it normally takes us anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hour interview before we actually get to that point. So we can actually figure out where these people want to actually be so that we can actually answer their questions and be proactive enough to look down the road, so to speak, down 3 to 5 years, so they're set up for the future as opposed to just trying to meet their demands for today.
And there are different terms to describe that, but what you've just described realistically, and this is the benefit for the listeners that are listening to the program today, is to take a look at a professional salesperson, a realtor, that is doing what's called a customer needs analysis. Are they asking you great questions to determine exactly where you've come from, where you currently are, and where you intend to be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? Are they actively listening to your answers? And then this is the third skill that I find a real art of professional salespeople. The art of paraphrasing is repeating back to the person what you just heard them say in your own words to clarify communication. It's capturing the words and the emotions of what they said to ensure that you're on the right track.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, you've been in sales for a long time. I know that you've sold real estate. You've sold radio time. Is there anything you haven't sold?
The most character-building experience I had, and I so much appreciate it. Now, at the time, it was, shall I say, character experience, was the ability to sell life insurance door-to-door for 3 to 4 years.
I read about that in your book. Interesting.
It was so interesting in the sense that you think of an industry where people, of course, are receptive to talking to you and where they might slam the door and, say all sorts of interesting things as you walk away. And it's the ability for professional salespeople, I think, to understand that when somebody says no, what they're really saying to you is, I'm not interested in what you have to offer at this given point of time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of words. So they simply will say no. So the best salespeople, and for your listeners, you want to be able to interact with these salespeople who do proper follow-up.
And I think, too, it's a lot easier for people to say yes than it is for them to say no.
Yes.
Yeah. I also think that your book, too, not only if you're a salesperson, you do want to get this book, but I think it's a book that people would just want to get through life.
Well, it's kind of funny that you mentioned this, Tom, and I didn't really realize this, but when I crafted the 5 skills based on my personal experience over the years, I've had a number of people who have come to me and said to me, you realize that those skills you've talked about are journalism skills. I've had people say those are conflict resolution skills, the ability to ask great questions, actively listen, paraphrase, and then summarize all the things that you've heard in a master paraphrase, and then have the personality to project this. Because this is not rocket science. We're not putting a man on the moon. We're doing a needs analysis, and we're trying to establish rapport and trust. So we can have fun and enjoy the experience.
Now, if you want to get some more information, go to Dave's website, which is prosalesguide.ca. Am I right? Prosalesguide.ca?
Prosalesguide.ca.
And the telephone number?
Phone number would be 250-339-3355. All
right, that's 250-339-3355. And am I on the right track? Do you have a book signing today, or was that last week?
Yes, no, I actually have a book signing in a couple of hours here in Comox at the Laughing Oyster. So should you be in the area, and of course we know that Sea Isle pumps in very nicely to Vancouver Island, please come out. I'd love to meet with you.
And Bill, you were saying
because I was noticing now. So is that a chain? Because I know there's also another Laughing Oyster up just north of Powell River.
You know what? I'm not aware. It could very well be. You see, the book is available on Amazon, and now I'm trying to establish a network of bookstores across the island that we can do some business with as well.
So your Laughing Oyster, that's a bookstore?
It is.
So Laughing Oyster outside of Powell is actually a restaurant.
Oh, there we go. It's probably a popular name.
So you should go there after you do your signing.
Well, there we go. That's a good idea.
Okay.
So once again, the website is prosalesguide.ca. The telephone number 250-339-3355. Yeah, that's the number to call if you wanted to talk to Dave. He's a delight to have. Dave, can we get you back on the show one of these days?
Anytime, I'd love to talk to you.
We talk to you about anything. I think you're a guy that just knows what life is all about, you know?
Well, I appreciate that, Tom.
All right, have fun. Don't eat too many oysters. Sign a lot of books, and we'll talk to you soon, David.
Take care. Have a good day.
Thanks so much for talking to us. Yeah, nice. Shut up, stop talking, and start making money.
No kidding.
It's a good book.
I think that could also transfer into dating advice.
You think?
I think so.
Oh, I would think you're probably right.
I think so. But the really great thing about that book is, just to clarify for our listeners, it's not just for realtors to read or people in the real estate industry. It really is all across the board, anything to do with sales.
Absolutely.
So it's a great read, and you're enjoying it, and I can't wait to see it.
Well, let me see. I'm at page 223. There's 248, so you'll be having it soon.
Good.
All right.
Big print, though, too, eh?
Big print, absolutely.
Very good.
Yeah.
Color pictures?
No.
Okay.
It's all no pictures, unfortunately.
No pictures.
Except for Dave on the cover. He's got a little zipper across his mouth. I think that's kind of clever, kind of ties in with the name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does he really look like that?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good looking guy, too. 10:33 is the time on the Radio Real Estate Show. It's time to welcome a brand new member to our family this morning. Let's say good morning to Sue Warner of Legal Shield. Sue, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be part of your show, Tom. Thank you so much for inviting me. As this is our first on-air discussion, I wanted to share with you and your listeners a little bit about Legal Shield. We are a 43-year-old North American company that helps protect individuals, families, and small businesses. Because this is a radio real estate talk show, I want to talk a little bit more about whether you're a buyer or a seller, an investor, builder, developer, landscaper, mover, whatever it is, we are here to help protect you. Our most common legal plan is our $26 a month plan. It offers a whole portfolio of legal services right down to getting your wills done. We also have a specialty plan for the small business owner. No matter what your need is, you'll always have an experienced lawyer to help navigate around all your real estate matters. So we can help with things like strata issues, financial disputes, landlord-tenant issues, and a whole lot more. I think many of us can agree that the reason we don't typically call lawyers is because it's just not in our budget. So when you become a member of Legal Shield, we take that financial burden right out of the equation. Let's face it, life happens. So wouldn't it be powerful to get that advice, get your contracts and documents reviewed, and again, for as little as $26 a month, get yourself protected. Thanks for listening, everyone, and a special thanks to Mike Lloyd at Canadian Mortgage Expert and Dan Anders at Interact Financial for their contributions. I mentioned earlier that we offer wills, so next week my colleague Patricia LaPena will be here, and she'll be talking about wills and estate planning. I'm Sue Warner with Legal Shield for Radio Real Estate.
For more information, visit Legal Shield at 247legal.net online. That's 247legal.net.
10:36 is the time on the Radio Real Estate Show. In the next segment of our program, Mark Perry, our Radio Real Estate voice of the Valley, talks to us about some website statistics. He'll announce some of the activities taking place this week in and around Chilliwack, and he'll bring us up to date on Inglewood Courtyard.
And we'll get to the do's and don'ts of renovations with Mark from EA Renovations. And I'll be talking about some people that are getting into trouble with their real estate on my Celebrity Real Estate Gossip Report.
Is the name Bill Macklin?
No.
Oh, surprising. Good morning, it's Tom Lucas with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, and our producer is Dwayne Bishop. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
If you've recently purchased or you're thinking of purchasing a house that is in dire need of some upgrades, then look no further. Hi, it's Mark from EA Renovations Limited. Fully licensed and insured, we'll turn your new house into a home you will be proud of. We do what it takes to ensure you're completely satisfied and make your renovation as painless as possible along the way. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnston, VP at Home Equity Bank. As the provider of the Chip Home Income Plan, we are the leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. Many Canadian seniors are not comfortable accepting financial help from their adult children, but if you're concerned about your parents' finances or feel like they could enjoy their retirement with more tax-free cash flow, you can help them access money they already have using CHIP. Your parents never have to make payments, they never lose control of their home, and they'll never be forced to move or sell. For more information about the Chip Home Income Plan from Home Equity Bank, call 604-484-6021, chip.ca.
Hi, would you like to study the Bible by correspondence? The lessons are based only on the Bible and are free of charge. You can go at your own speed and start anytime. All we need is your name and address, which we will only use to mail the lessons. We will not add you to any list and never share or sell your information. For information, our website is correspondencecourse.webs.com. Email correspondencecourse@yahoo.ca or call 604-588-6717.
Hi, this is Bill Macklin of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. As a successful broker-owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CIL 650.
Thank you for tuning in to the Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650. You can get us online at
RadioRealEstateShow.ca.
Yeah, you can go back and listen to the podcast after the show.
I'm interested in doing that.
You should. You hear how you sound.
You can even just go and watch the video of us here in the studio.
That'd be
you
scary.
can just go on to look at our photos.
That'd be scary.
I'd have to have more coffee.
Are we doing more selfies today?
We can, yes.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
guess-
you know me. I'm a selfie queen.
It's time for our renovations tip of the week with a brand new person on the program. We should welcome this morning to the show, Mark. Mark is with EA Renovations. Mark, good morning.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for the introduction. We started EA Renovations in 2006. We're a full-service renovation company. We're able to help you with any of your renovation needs, big or small, residential or commercial. We've done jobs as small as a powder room to as large as stripping down a house to the studs and completely rebuilding it. This morning, let's chat about the advantages of renovating over selling and moving. Of course, if you're moving for a job or some other reason other than you just don't like your house, renovating isn't going to help. But if you love your neighbors and your neighborhood, then a renovation may be just what you need. Some renovations are expensive. There's no way around it, but so is moving. Let's take a look at the cost of selling a $500,000 house. You're going to have realtor fees of roughly $17,000, movers approximately $2,000. You may even have to take some time off work to pack. So let's say $19,000 to sell. Then we have the cost of buying. Likely if you are moving, it's because you don't like your house and you're going to spend more money. So let's assume $650,000. The property transfer tax will be $11,000, roughly $400 for utility hookups, and approximately $1,000 for legal fees. So even without the additional cost of your new house, you're at $31,400. With that money, you can at the very least do some significant cosmetic upgrades. You could renovate your ensuite. Really, the list goes on and on. If we include the additional costs of the new house, you suddenly have $181,400. For that kind of money, you can turn your old house into something you dreamed of. If you've outgrown your home or it's just too outdated, before you commit to moving, give me a call and I can help you explore the options and work through the numbers. Next week, we'll talk about contractor horror stories and how to avoid them. This is Mark Bioski for Radio Real Estate.
EA Renovations makes the process smooth and easy. For more information, call Mark at 604-825-0789. That's 604-825-0789, or online at eareno.com. That's eareno.com.
Yes, and Mark will be back on the show next week. Time now for another Mark. It's Mark Perry. This Mark is the radio real estate voice of the Valley. He's on the line all the way from Chilliwack this morning. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Sherry.
We're all here together again. You're here, the voice of the Valley, so now the group is complete.
Thank you. Yeah, we're all complete. I'm going to have to give Bill a little bit of heck because he was out in Chilliwack and he didn't stop by, and we had a big pot of coffee waiting for him.
Bill, is that true? Oh, he looks kind of sheepish right now. Hey, listen, Mark, we were saying at the beginning of the show that you've got some fantastic website information for us.
Our website designers did a Google Analytics search, I guess, or report on Inglewood Courtyard, and it's really interesting because it can kind of fine-tune, and I know Sherry would be interested in this, it can kind of fine-tune where our visitors come from. 31% coming from Chilliwack. The rest are coming from Vancouver, which is really nice, and also it sort of pinpoints who they are. 58% of them are female. 55 to 64 is the big age group that's coming to us, and that's exactly who we're selling to.
Now that sounds great too. We should point out too over at Inglewood Courtyard that you do have facilities for anybody that may have an RV, right?
Sure do. We've got 28 RV spots. They've got their own hookups, electricity, water, and a sandy dump. So that's exciting for people that want to be snowbirds and head south.
If somebody was thinking about coming out to Chilliwack today to come and see your wonderful location, Inglewood Courtyard, they decided, yeah, let's do this. Let's move in. When could they move in, Mark?
We're going to be finished the first building end of March. The show homes are opening next week along the same time as our exhibit at the Chilliwack Home and Leisure Show. So, it's a great time for them to come out and have a look at.
So everything is rolling. Everything is falling into place.
It's falling into place just fantastically. It really is.
All right. Now, what we usually do on the show is we always ask you to tell us what's going on out in the Valley today. So what's going on out in the Valley? What are you doing?
Well, I couldn't find much going on in the Valley, so everybody needs to do an outdoor day like I'm doing. I'm out right now walking the Vetter Trail, and the steelhead fishermen are out here, and got a little layer of snow, a new layer of snow in the mountains out here. It's a beautiful day, and this is what Chilliwack of the Valley is all about. Take a drive out from Vancouver and come and visit us and come enjoy nature.
All right, now I'm driving out from Vancouver. How do I get there once I get into the Chilliwack area?
Come out on the number 1 freeway, take the Lickman Road exit southbound, drive to Keith Wilson Road, take a left on Keith Wilson Road, come right to the very end of Keith Wilson Road, and the Inglewood community is right at the end.
If I can find it, you can find it too. I know where it is. It's a great place. Make sure you go out there and say hi to Mark. Next week, we're on the show. We're going to talk together again, right?
You bet. I'm going to be at the Chilliwack Home and Leisure Show. We have actually a booth there. We've got lots of prizes for our visitors, so we want to make sure that all our radio listeners come out and see us.
I'm looking forward to your report.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Sherry. This is Mark Perry, the voice of the Valley on the Radio Real Estate Show.
For more information on Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack, call Mark at 778-240-8513. That's 778-240-8513. Or go to inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
It's 10:44 on the Radio Real Estate Show, and it's time now for Sherry's Celebrity Real Estate Gossip.
Well, thank you, Tom. This morning I have a couple of stories here on a celeb and a real estate agent being sued. No one ever likes it when that happens, and especially at the beginning of the year, Nicole Kidman is being sued by her neighbor. The resident of the apartment below at her penthouse in Manhattan says allegedly that the place suffered water damage as a result of her pipes bursting on her terrace. The flood, which actually happened back in 2012, caused over $46,000 worth of damage, and now the insurance company is going after her to recover their loss.
And so they should.
So, yes. And he's worked with Ellen DeGeneres and Richard Gere. He was also a $1 Million Listing, real estate agent to the stars, Chris Cortazzo, who's worked with Coldwell Banker at the time. He was acting as a double agent, like a dual agent, representing the buyer and the seller. When he was supposed to be representing them both, he sold a house to a millionaire, Hong Kong-based millionaire, Hiroshi Horiki.
Close.
Hiroshi Horiki.
Easy for you to say.
Back in 2007, he saw more than 80 properties. And then he threw down $12 million in cash for a mansion that he said was presented to have 15,000 square feet and Malibu's largest home. Of course, the millionaire, Hiroshi, didn't bother to have the house checked out by an independent party. And he was presumably enjoying his new place until he found out, much to his horror, that it was under 10,000 square feet. So now the realtor and the real estate company are being sued. That's over 5,000 square feet they missed. I don't understand. But that's your real estate gossip today.
And if you have another story about the guy, just change his name to Kinji Shibuya, because we can say that, or Mitsu Arakawa. Yeah, and if you want to get more celebrity real estate gossip online, just go... What?
Hiroshima?
Maybe. Go to our website, RadioRealEstateJan17th2015, RadioRealEstateJan17th2015, and right there on the homepage, you can click and get some more of Sherry's real estate gossip for all those celebrities out there. Now, in the next segment of our program, we'll be hearing from Dan Sander and Katrina May of Hollyburn Properties. They'll be talking about tenants insurance. Plus, we'll hear about a great penthouse rental opportunity available at Bellevue Towers on West 10th Avenue in West Point Grey.
And we'll hear from Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. This morning, Bill says there's money available for seniors.
And he has a lot of it in his briefcase right now, and he's willing to give it away.
It's crisp.
It's crisp?
Crisp.
Just printed?
Printed.
I see. It's Tom Lucas. Good morning. We've got our co-host with us, Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house. Radio Real Estate is on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnston, VP at Home Equity Bank. As the provider of the Chip Home Income Plan, we are the leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. I frequently hear from seniors in this area who are shocked by how much their home's value has increased over the years. If your home value has appreciated, a reverse mortgage can be a smart way to access some of that equity and put it to good use. You can access up to 50% of your home's value while maintaining ownership and never be forced to move or sell. For more information about the Chip Home Income Plan from Home Equity Bank, call 604-484-6021, chip.ca.
Looking for a new place and your busy work schedule has you booked up? Take the stress out of renting with Hollyburn Properties full-service rental professionals. We're here to help every step of the way. From your initial search to relaxing in your very own condo-style rental apartment, our on-site resident managers will make you feel right at home. Be a part of our family. For current rental availabilities, call 604-878-8888 or visit us at hollyburn.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
It'll be mostly cloudy and wet today. The expected high about 8 degrees.
And on Sunday, rain at times heavy, changing to showers in the morning with a high of 11. And on Monday, you're looking at cloudy with a 60% chance of showers and a high of 9.
Thank you, Sherry. Right now it is 8 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
Radio Real Estate weather is presented by Legal Shield. Buying a home doesn't stop at the real estate agent. Movers, landscapers, hiring contractors, landlord or tenant strata issues, possible noisy neighbors. Know your rights. For more information, visit 247legal.net.
CIL 650. I can put you in the condo.
You've got Radio Real Estate on AM 650 Radio, CL 650. Thank you for joining us. It's time now to talk about the rental accommodation industry. Here's Katrina May of Hollyburn Properties. Katrina, good morning.
Thank you, Tom. I've got Dan Sander here from Hollyburn Properties. Dan, if you could tell us a little bit about what Hollyburn does and what you do as a company.
Thanks, Katrina. We've been around for 40 years. We provide condo quality rental apartments in the North Shore, downtown, and west side communities. We spend a lot of money fixing our buildings, so roof replacements, boilers, elevators. All of our buildings are upgraded, so we provide quite a high level of service for our residents in those communities.
What are some of the benefits then of renting in today's market versus ownership?
You know, that's a great question, and that's a question that we get a lot here at Hollyburn. There tends to be a propensity for people to feel like they have to buy, and own. But the biggest advantage is cost. Downtown Vancouver, CMHC just completed a study indicating that 1 bedrooms are 35% less expensive to rent than to own, and 2 bedrooms are half the cost to rent than to own. So your number one thing that you have going for you with the rentals is the cost. It's far less expensive. Our units are by average larger than the average condo units, so you get a bit larger size unit, full size balconies as well. Not a lot of the condos have full size balconies. And then the other thing is convenience. You're not hammered by mortgage, you're not paying strata fees, you're not paying property taxes. There's no special assessments. You have flexibility. You don't have to commit long term to that area. If you're not comfortable in that area, it allows you options to move quite easily.
Why would a renter consider Hollyburn over another landlord?
We spend money on our buildings. We really take pride in fixing these buildings. So that's something that's really important to us. As I mentioned before, we've been around for 40 years, so we refine the resident experience. We have a great management team on the ground helping folks out every single day. We also have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, so it's something that's very important to us, and that's been going on for 11 years. So we take great pride in that as well. And really, the best way to check out our properties, other than going to the properties, is go to our website, hollyburn.com. On all of our building landing pages, there's testimonials from people living in the building right now that can tell you what their experience has been like in those buildings. So we encourage people to go to hollyburn.com and have a look for themselves.
Do tenants and renters really need tenant insurance?
The short answer is yes. Insurance is required if you have a mortgage. Insurance isn't required if you have a rental, but we really encourage everyone to have insurance. We require insurance for all of our residents. It's quite inexpensive. We have partnerships that allow it to be quite inexpensive, and residents are liable for any event that happens in their suite. So it's certainly something that people should really take seriously.
What is the rate that it costs on average for a person per month?
We've able to negotiate a rate of $22 per month. That covers up to $40,000 in contents, and a lot of our folks here at Hollyburn take advantage of that, and it's a great offering to them, and they sleep very easily at night knowing that no matter what happens, they're covered.
What would a tenant policy protect?
It protects the possessions of the resident, the tenant, their TVs, all their clothes, their bedding, their furniture, all the things that they brought into the unit. That's what this insurance policy protects. For $22 a month, you're covered, and you have no headaches.
Absolutely.
This week's hot property is Bellevue Towers, UBC. It's located at 4639 West 10th Avenue in Point Grey on Vancouver's west side, very close to UBC. We have a penthouse available, and it's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's located on the 8th floor, and it's just over 1,000 square feet. We have that one available immediately from $29.90 per month. The suite features a private Juliet balcony just off of the bedroom. There's in-suite laundry, a modern kitchen and bathroom with our most recent finishes. There's hardwood floors, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, microwave, dishwasher, as well as a west-facing balcony that's quite private and beautiful. Bellevue Towers features a fitness center, free Wi-Fi in all common areas, gated and surface parking, as well as our professional on-site management. And the location is tremendous, especially if you are a student or faculty member at the UBC campus. You could walk there. It's close to the university endowment lands and walking trails, also known as Pacific Spirit Park. It's 2 blocks to Safeway, 1 block to Starbucks, very close to Spanish Banks Beach, as well as close to transit. The Beeline is virtually outside your door. So it's a great location. If you're interested in living at the penthouse at Bellevue Towers UBC, visit our website. This is Katrina May with Dan Sander for Radio Real Estate.
To learn more about Hollyburn Properties or to get information about one of their great rental accommodations, call 604-662-7345. That's 604-662-7345. Or visit hollyburn.com.
A detective down in Texas. You know he knows just exactly what the facts is.
Well, Billy Mack may be a detective down in Texas, but we've got a Billy Mack on the show. He's the #1 mortgage broker in the entire world, as far as I'm concerned, Bill. Absolutely. And earlier,
in my own mind, at least.
Well, that's a good place to start. And on the show, you said that you have some money available for seniors. What are seniors looking for money for?
Well, you know, it's a funny thing. As we age, we invest our money into the different kind of bonds and stocks and mutual funds and that type of thing. But what's happening with the economy is the fact that they're not paying large interest rates for those folks. And so they're not seeing their pensions paying them back as much as they used to. So, but a lot of them have equity in their homes. And everybody talks about the equity in your homes. Everybody wants your equity in the homes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole slew of people that are after your cash, so to speak. But there are a number of different ways. We're going to talk about one next week with one of our guests. We're going to talk with him about how they do the program. It's called a home equity plan. So we have those people.
That'd be Colin Johnston.
That'd be Colin Johnston. We do have one of our credit unions, and we also have one of our virtual lenders who also do equity financing. And so we can use some pension plans. So what you're trying to do, from my perspective, and this is my opinion, what you're trying to do is you're trying to take the cash out of your home, but we know what happens when you take cash out of your home. You spend it.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to take enough cash out of your home to make it into an annuity. And so we have some financial planners that we work with, put that into annuity, and then that annuity the original amount never gets touched. And you have enough income off the equity coming from that, or assuming the interest payments off that equity. And so that allows you to help you live in your home for as long as you want to make that decision to live in that home.
So can we follow up on this next week? Because that sounds kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's really neat. We were talking to one of the lenders yesterday, and he says, you got a different approach than most people. So that would be great if we could do that next week.
Looking forward to it. And again, Colin will be here. Colin Johnston.
Yeah, we'll have a great
from
conversation with him.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll just be quiet and let you guys talk.
That'd be good.
Fantastic. And you can get more expert mortgage information online by visiting BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
In the next segment of the show, our home handy guy, Finn Jensen, says January is the time to hit the great outdoors.
This is Sherry Brown of RE/MAX Performance Realty with Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, our producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnston, VP at Home Equity Bank. As the provider of the Chip Home Income Plan, we are the leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. Over the past 30 years, we've helped thousands of Canadians access home equity in their homes without giving up ownership or having to move or sell. An increasing number of people are using home equity to upgrade their lifestyle and make the most of retirement. Our new Income Advantage Plan is specifically designed for those seniors looking to enhance their lifestyle throughout retirement. For more information about the Chip Home Income Plan from Home Equity Bank, call 604-484-6021, chip.ca.
Hi, are you interested in studying the Bible through a correspondence course? A course that is based only on the Bible and is free of charge? These lessons will give you an overview of the Bible. You will learn more about God, His Son Jesus, and how we can receive the gift of eternal life. Hope to hear from you soon. For information, our website is correspondencecourse.webs.com. Email correspondencecourse@yahoo.ca. Call 604-588-6717.
Home prices are out of control in Vancouver. Hi, it's Mark with EA Renovations Limited. Let us turn your basement or laneway into a beautiful new mortgage helper. Fully licensed and insured, we do what it takes to ensure you're completely satisfied. And we make your renovation as painless as possible along the way. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
CIL 650.
This old house is getting shaky, boys. This old house is getting old. This old house flips in the rain now, and this house flips in the cold.
Radio Real Estate, and time now for our home handy guy. Here's Finn Jensen. Morning, Finn.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning, everyone. As boring the January climate can be, there are people who can find reasons to enjoy the great outdoors. Joggers and bicycle riders, along with enthusiastic walkers, claim paths and streets in all neighborhoods, mornings and afternoons being popular. In no small part, this activity can be credited to that distinguished runner, Terry Fox, who energized an entire nation with his selfless courage for a cause. While his run was cut short, millions of others every year continue to finish for him, again and again. It continues to create a society of healthy citizens that have been recognized as one of the healthiest in North America. BC has always been a kind of outdoor province. Surrounded by an abundance of natural attractions, it makes it easy to get involved. Even a brisk walk provides important benefits for a healthier lifestyle. So this is what we have become, a population that places high value on family security, a healthier lifestyle, and an appreciation of clean water and fresh air. I think the number one runner would have approved. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
If you have any plumbing or heating work to be done this winter, call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations at 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
give him a call and come right over.
Absolutely. Finn's a great guy.
Put the kettle on, have a cup of tea, have a little chat, and he'll fix every problem.
Then he can solve almost anything.
Absolutely. You got it. Thanks, Billy. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. And before we go, Sherry, you're out working today. You got a great listing you want to share with us.
I do. Me and my partner, Laura Duranowski of Remax Performance Realty, have a new listing here. It's on King George Boulevard. It's a one-bedroom unit. It's 600 square feet. It's only 4 years old at $209,888. This is a really unique one-bedroom. It's got a high-end downtown feel without the downtown price. And you're close to SkyTrain there. And Laura will be there next week on Saturday between 2 and 4 p.m. So mark that down. This is unit 314-13468 King George Boulevard in Surrey. And you could be on SkyTrain pretty quick and have a great one-bedroom condo for $209,000.
You just never know who you're going to meet on SkyTrain.
You don't know who you're going to meet. You're going to meet a lot of people on SkyTrain.
Now, if I want to get some more information, how can I do that?
It's really easy. I know Laura's going to be doing a video. I think she was shooting a video with my dad a couple days ago. So you can see that video on our website at sherrybrown.ca. That's SHERI Brown.ca. Or you can call me directly at 604-970-6789. That's 604-970-6789.
Our house in the middle of our street.
Well, we've got another weekend. We've got our work cut out for us. You're seeing clients. You're seeing clients.
This went fast today.
Dwayne and I are going to go in the back room and get ready for next week's show. Yeah, the hour just flew by, didn't it?
It did.
Lots of great guests. And thank you for
There's
Dave
lots
coming
to
on,
talk
talking about the great book, Shut Up.
That's right.
Start listening. Make some money.
How's that go again?
Shut up. Stop talking. Make some money.
I like that.
So I'm going to take that advice, and I'm going to shut up now and go. Bill, thank you. Sherry, thank you. Dwayne, thank you. And I say to the rest of you, I'll see you Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock with more of your favorite music. This is Tom Lucas. Enjoy your weekend, and thank you. Bye.